I'm looking at the wrong date here.
Don't rush the summer.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you like to make a motion to sign the warrants?
I would. I'll make a motion to sign the warrants. Do you have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
And while the first signature by our Grand Master there, I'd like to, was I here? June 8th, is that what? Approve the minutes of June 8th as written?
I'll second
Well, I
it.
don't want to approve them if I wasn't. All those in favor? It's awesome.
I think old business is you, Dan.
Yeah. all in favor.
RLF, if I recall, we were all hunky-dory and pleased with the first phase of completion. And
How much money did you end up having
what did
to?
we end, was it, she's gonna tell us, because I don't want to.
All right, so the revolving loan committee has, with the select board's blessing tonight, has approved $2,520 to lamps for the repair work and $1,829.78 for the materials for the bandstand.
I will make a motion to approve that. As written.
Well, do we have to approve it or?
Yeah,
or
it's already
what?
Final,
select board has the
Yeah.
final expenditure.
Oh, okay, I'll second that. All in favor?
thank you, Paul.
So we have an Orange River band recognition, and Renee is so good at this. So this is a beautiful certificate for them in recognition of their outstanding musical career around Lubec and Washington County, isn't that pretty? And, we need a motion to sign it.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
They are a fantastic group of guys.
They really are. Wanda,
Yeah,
you're up next.
okay. Thank you, guys. One thing I wanted to ask is, we're having the Revolutionary Enactment Group come down, and they're gonna march in our parade. And we're wondering if they're gonna be allowed to shoot their black powder guns. And maybe if we did it at a specific area, but I think we're gonna put them on the end, because the Orange River Band's gonna be in the beginning, they'll be our grand marshal, so.
Well, we
anyway.
can't shoot them, we just gave them recognition.
Well, let me update you guys, this has really turned into something so wonderful for the Orange River Jazz Band. John has done an article, and John's gonna record it the day of, and we've got a radio station that has contacted us, and I really think, it's just gonna be a wonderful recognition for this.
When exactly does it happen? I know I have
It's
it
on
the calendar.
July 2nd, Saturday, from 1 to 3 at the Legion.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I've gotten so much information from the family, and we've got tapes, their original CD, so I think it's gonna be a great afternoon.
Excellent.
And we have a balance in our account. We've already taken out, I'm sorry about that, that's my phone, I didn't turn it off, but we've already taken out, we got 15, 25, about $3,000 so far that we're spending out on like 3 Shriner groups, and anyway, we'll have the statement for all of this, but we're gonna ask for our balance right now, because this will be the last time we can get it before the 4th. And I gotta shut that off, I'm sorry. And so I think, what is it, Renee, on the balance? we'd leave, cause we know we got more money coming in right now, and we have 3 more big fundraisers. And, but, and right now, we're gonna be selling food 3 days in different areas, so, I mean, we've just got a lot of costs this year that we've, not had this much cost before, guys. So we want the money. And I talked to Renee real quick today about the electrical outlet, and she's still waiting, I guess, on the federal people in Washington DC. I hate it because Forest Field's coming down, I guess, to do it, install it, and, so we're just waiting, and Renee said one thing, if we had, if this was put in, would we be willing to pay the electrical bill, which we will, if we can just get it in.
And we turn it on and off, I mean, when we're not gonna use it,
Yes,
turn
we'll
it off.
only be using it twice a year,
Right.
on the 4th and on, the holiday, Christmas and New
And
Year.
I'm sure the town can afford that.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to,
But-
No, I don't have a problem with it.
I don't.
Yeah,
No.
But I don't think it should, the outlet should not be working or whatever, shouldn't be used.
turn it off.
No, just like Renee said.
Yeah, turn it on and off, as long as that.
Yes, and,
Looks like you got $1,076.40.
yeah. And we'll take the 1,000. Yeah, and thank you guys for everything, I really mean
Wanda,
that.
you're doing a great
$1,076.
job. There you go.
Now,
Thank you,
Wanda,
Wanda.
there won't be another warrant until after the 4th.
Yeah, so that's all right, like, what we raise right now, we'll be raising some money, but some of it, I mean, like the food, all the food we're ordering. Anyway, we've gotta use some of the money that's coming in.
Yeah, all
So
right.
they can use money that they haven't even distributed it in town. Can't we agree that they can
You're
have the
tracking
1,000 and that Suzette will make a special warrant and we'll just agree to it? Can we
I think we
do that?
should.
I mean,
Okay, and vote and just come in and sign it
Yeah.
piecemeal.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
we've
Yeah.
almost got enough for everything
piecemeal?
except for the food, I think.
When you guys come in through the office, you
Yes.
just sign it.
Yeah.
You can vote to do
Yeah,
it now.
Thank
We're
you,
vote
guys.
to, vote to sign the warrant.
Who's the check gonna be made out to?
Appreciate it.
I didn't hear the answer to the question about the discharge of the weapons. Has
Yeah,
it been authorized?
I'm good with it.
Well, is it, black powder, is that loaded? I mean, is it
well,
gonna?
yes,
It's
they do this
gunpowder.
too at the
Yeah.
Machias, at their.
Right, but it was aimed at someone, would
No.
it hurt them? That's
No.
the
I mean,
question.
there's not
Black
like
powder.
a round ball inside,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
just powder.
Yeah,
Just
just
a
powder,
charge.
they just
Just
shoot off
the, just the charge?
for the effect.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't mind,
Don't
we
ask
had-
Alan Baldwin.
Oh, yeah, don't have Alex Baldwin. on
No,
it.
whatever his name is.
No, this is, I think this is legal.
Yeah,
I wanted to say one more thing, if you guys don't mind. We had Judy Dorhanscom. Judy used to be from Lubec, and she is the chair of the Machias one. And she set us up with so many wonderful, like the Shriners and the Rebel, and, I just want to say thank you, how much we appreciate
Oh,
her.
that's great.
And thanks for all this, guys.
Okay, so
Now, Wanda.
we gotta make a motion, second on the gunpowder. Who made the motion?
I'll make a motion, we allow.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Thank
Okay.
you, guys.
Ja- Wanda, who does the check get made out to, the
Well,
$1,000?
Well, they put it in my name because I'm the chair,
Okay,
but then we're gonna be taking, like, we already got
And you
3,500.
track how that's being spent.
Yes, we
Yes, I
we
know
bring
you
you
do.
up
Yeah,
a
oh,
statement.
yes, that
Yeah.
sounds great, I just needed to know for
Yeah.
Suzette.
Okay,
Thanks,
so
guys, and thank you, John.
we have a sewer abatement to sign.
Do you wanna make the motion for signing the special,
I make a motion that we sign the special warrant for $1,000 for the celebration committee.
I'll second.
All in favor? I'll also make the motion for the sewer abatement. We've abated the sum of $222.77 for sewer account number 4074000, water reading error.
There's two.
And this other one here for a billing error in the amount of $140.84, sewer account number 405300.
I'll
Do I have a
second that
second?
motion.
All in favor? think it's maybe the phone in because it sounds like we're in a discotheque when it goes off. Every time it goes off, it goes,
Maybe
woo!
Is that the sound the muskets make right there? Then I don't have a problem with that at all.
I think the town's gonna love it.
Okay, town meeting and town election dates. When
Yes.
do we do the town meeting? Oh, it's August 3rd, I guess.
So that's what you're setting up. You're setting up the, and, oh, that's in the next slide. Yeah,
This is-
August 2nd, with your blessing, will be the town election. And August 3rd will be your,
What
the
day of
town
the week
meeting.
are they? Tuesday and Wednesday?
Tuesdays and Wednesdays, yeah.
Is that fall on a select board night?
Yes.
Oh, perfect, we love
Sounds
that.
great.
So this here is something we can look through, but we're not gonna sign
Right.
till next time, right?
That's the next item, and that is
You have an article.
extremely rough draft, and of course, we can't finish it until, yep, that's, like Article 60,
Where was the pizza?
oh, right there, 57. Article 57 is already there. So my intention is for, at your July 6th meeting, to have this signed in its complete form, so that we can send it to have printed in the book. In the event that there was an error and we need to add something to it, the version that gets printed in the town report is not the final one. We like to have them be perfect, but if something
Sometimes,
came
yeah.
up and it needed to change, we still have time to change it. But I like it to be done by then, so.
So I make a motion that we have the election August 2nd and the meeting August 3rd. At what time?
The election would be from 8 to 6, and the town meeting will be at 6, following the select board meeting. Yeah.
So, we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? So, the town warrant discussion board, I added an article that I realized needed to be in here to see if the town will vote to authorize the select board to dispose of the property at 123 Main Street if the Safe Harbor project doesn't obtain enough grant funds to proceed. The funds for the sale of the property will pay back the federal grant. Because I have to have that in there at this point of rejecting that it may be as much as $14 million over what we have, and I don't see it happening. But, we're not, well, we might as well put this in here, so,
Just
as
to
a
be
fail
safe.
safe, yeah, so we don't have to go to a special town meeting.
No, I
For those
totally
listening,
agree.
that's the red hat.
That's the red house that the government paid for us to do this project, but I'm sure that it will bring enough money to pay. We haven't really spent a lot of money at all, we've been really frugal. So hopefully that'll cover anything we might owe them.
I'd also like to say, our year end is June 30th, the town office will be closed that day, so that we can process books. And it will be after that, that I will update the warrant, and I will update the spreadsheet, the budget spreadsheet, and send it to the, budget committee, and get everybody's blessing.
Sounds good.
So other business?
I have a couple things, the fire truck and the boiler, the pellet boiler and building are on the auction site. They're not gaining very many bids, especially the boiler. So I believe it ends on Friday. I'd like to have counter offers in mind before right now the highest bid for the boiler is $25, and we're certainly not gonna sell it at that
No.
rate. So do you have a counter offer in mind that I could immediately enter in there?
So
And
is this?
this
what-
building, yeah.
What was the cost of that to the town, way back when?
I don't know why 30 grand is in my mind, but that's,
I mean, why are we getting rid of it? I mean, is there any reason why we should, if we're certainly not gonna get rid of it for that kind of money, because
Well,
Is it
people are
still
buying pellet things right
plumbed
now
to the
because of
building?
what's
It's
going on.
not plumbed to the building, so we couldn't begin to use
it might be plumbed to the building, but when we got the new boiler system couple of years ago, it did
Right.
not get hooked up to it because we didn't need it.
Now, my question would be, did they winterize it and drain it proper?
Doubtful.
Because it might just be scrap metal,
Yeah, it might be no good at all.
you know what I mean?
Can't
If
really
they-
sell it if it wasn't drained
That's what
properly.
I'm saying,
The building is worth something,
right.
but it's sitting.
But the boiler just might be scrap metal.
But they want to keep the building for like storage or anything, no?
You
For
guys,
$25, I don't see it's worth.
no.
No,
What
no.
would you be counter offering? 2,000, 1,000? something like that, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, I'm gonna be facing
I
it
guess
Friday.
what would be our cost to
Keep
get
it.
rid of the metal if we had to?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
It
yeah.
depends if the boiler's crap,
Yeah.
then
We don't know.
it's not worth anything.
We don't
Like, you know, what would be the town's obligation to clear that out? If we, like, what would it cost us?
So we can we
If we
just
had
leave it there? I mean, what is
Well, we
that's-
could, but I'm just wondering if we
What is the big deal
wanted.
that we have to get rid of it, only because we
Because
wanted
it's
to make money?
sitting and like, right, it's just not gonna be used ever probably, and like, I wanted to offload it while it was still worth something. And
So I would,
it's-
well, then maybe like if somebody wanted to give us $2,500, maybe we'd have to consider that. I
But
mean, I don't know, if they gave us $1,000, maybe we have to consider it. I don't
But who
know.
would if it's only, if it
I
doesn't.
know.
What's the size
It's
of
just the
work?
building, you're
What's
just
the
buying the
size-
building.
Yeah.
What's the size of the building?
Isn't scrap metal worth anything
10
now?
by
Oh, 3
something.
cents a
I
pound.
think it's 10
4
something,
cents a pound.
probably 10 by.
So it's probably
I
10
know
by
people
14,
that- I
it's
know
a 10 by
people that
14
just
at
bought
True Valley built
a
for.
wood pellet furnace, just bought it because
Probably
of
10
the
by
cost
8.
of oil. So
Huh?
I just, I don't, I'm not for
So-
getting rid of
so-
it.
I would say keep the building and get rid of the boiler.
Okay.
Well, what if it's,
Do we have anybody in town that would be able to tell us if the boiler
Yes,
works?
we've had Brian Newman look at it.
Did
Not the boiler specifically, because it's not hooked up, how can you tell?
You
if
can't.
it's not hooked up? I mean, but
it's unfortunate.
he's looked at it, he's had the manual and everything.
And
so.
they just cut the lines and let the
Bobby
water-
had him look at it.
Yeah.
And he considered it still feasible, or?
Well,
I mean, you looked
if
at
he
it.
bids.
What, you know, like, what did he say
Probably
when
should
you
have
looked at
sold
it?
it
I
when
think
we
the
weren't gonna
building
use
we
it
could
anymore.
always use.
We
Yeah.
could definitely
Somewhere.
use the
Once-
building, I
once you
don't
fire
see
the
why we
boiler
need to
up,
sell the
that's
building.
You know.
There's no reason why we need to sell the building. Somebody needs
I'd
to
say
come
keep
get
it
rid of
No,
the
we'd
boiler.
always be able to use it for something.
I say just let it go. You didn't accept any offers and
Well, the bid is open until Friday,
Right.
so I need to know what you want me to do by, Friday. You're not gonna have another meeting.
Buy it.
Me buy it?
Yeah.
All set.
Well, I think Nancy's idea is,
Now, the
you know,
bid is building and
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Can we change that and just say the boiler?
well, not
It's been out for
not
bid.
until the auction is
Yeah,
over.
I mean,
Yeah.
We can
I would say
relist
wait
it.
for that.
Yeah, just relist it as it's just the boiler. That's what I would do. But
The building should always keep.
Like I said, I just know somebody spent $10,000-12,000 that, I won't mention who just for a pellet stove because they were worried about the price of oil. So I feel very badly that we spent $30,000 on a wood pellet stove and now we're getting rid of it. When oil is skyrocketed, so.
I'm kind of
My
with it.
recollection is that the town didn't pay anything for it, that it was part of the grant provided by Pelletco, and that they were going to make the money back by selling pellets.
I think you're right, John.
Well,
And
that
took out a
case,
loan.
And I could go
that
back in
case-
my records and
that
get,
sounds right. It was
We've got-
before my time.
so that, yeah, I understand, that was Maureen Blinn.
Yeah.
And,
And there was a loan that we were paying. We had to pay a loan.
well,
And then they went out of
yeah,
business.
they went out
yes.
of business and,
I think somebody reputable should look to see if it's worth anything before we put it out to bid at all.
We did that.
Who?
Brian Newman.
And what did he,
Can't tell until you
Right.
run it.
We're just trying to offload.
and
it.
what,
Shouldn't
well,
have
but
bid.
what did he say it was worth? He must have given you a figure.
He's interested in bidding, that's all I know, I didn't
Oh,
know.
interested in bidding. Well, that's a conflict of
We'll see what he
interest.
bids.
That's a conflict of interest.
Well,
yeah.
I just kinda wanted an
$25.
idea by
Yeah,
Friday
right.
of what to do
Well, I think
without.
you just need the conflict.
I think we wait for
So we
that
have a
to
special
finish.
town meeting, a special settlements meeting
We're gonna
Friday.
have to, if you get something
Okay.
decent, yeah,
Rebid
just
the
call us
first, I'd
right
like
now.
to keep the
Call a
building.
meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna use
Yeah,
it.
because they may be waiting till the last day to give it.
That sounds good. Now we have a plan.
Okay, so we got
I think that's all I
executive
have to say.
session now?
Public comment?
Yes, public comment?
what is the status of the upgrade of this wastewater treatment center?
The Imhoff tanks are being fixed, that's the first stage and phase, and they've been waylaid from supply back orders. We were supposed to have had the parts in January, and then the latest I heard was July. So hopefully by the end of July, the two Imhoff tanks will be fully functional, and we can proceed with the rest of the
At
upgrades.
the end of July, I spoke with Bruce the other day, and he was very frustrated.
Of course, because he's having to be the one that gets the DEP numbers, which is hard to do when that phase of the process is not functional, is not functioning.
So it's been a supply issue.
It's been a supply
If you
from
think
the
he's
steel.
frustrated, You ought to talk to the contractor, Brian.
Yeah.
He's really frustrated.
There's some expensive equipment sitting there idle.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And he's got money hanging out there, so.
But
Why
his
isn't it
hands are
going
tied,
forward?
ours are, definitely.
No parts.
I did
Yeah,
see
we are.
an over car parked there today. I don't know what they were all about.
A what?
Over.
Over, oh, good.
They were
Yeah,
there.
they come down and help look at things and,
I don't know who was there, but
yeah,
somebody from.
one of the engineers probably.
I'm just gonna throw out in public comment that tomorrow night is the, school budget, meeting, at the
Six?
school at 6 o'clock. And I don't know if anybody's seen the school budget, but I mean, you know, it'd be important to.
Is it 6 or is it 6:30?
I
It says
thought-
6:30 on the signboard.
Oh, well then perhaps it is 6:30, I just assumed it was the
Some,
same
well,
time as
sometimes
school.
they do questions and
Right,
answers,
school
and then
board's
they go to
usually
the vote.
6, so I
Yeah,
just
it's
thought, you know.
6 too, it's
right.
when the meeting's
I'm going over for 6, but I'm not quite sure what you know now that you said
Yeah, I'm
that.
gonna try to go too, because Tina said there was a change in the budget that would affect the town. Public comment again? No? So, make a motion, we go into executive session.
I will second that.
One MRSA 405-6A, I'm not sure what that's for.
Personnel.
Oh, you know, I always say personal, so it's personnel. Some of these days I'll get it right.
Second.